Yes, boys and girls, how are we all doing? Welcome back to episode number 8 of the Millwall playthrough. I hope you're all doing well. What we have in store for you today is the last game of the Premier League season in what has been our debut season in the Premier League, and we also have a look back at the fixtures that we have played since the last episode. I'm not going to sugarcoat it and say that we've been playing well in our last remaining fixtures of the Premier League season, but we do have a home game today against Leeds United in the hope of getting 3 points to finish the season and hopefully find out what our budgets are for next season. So with all that being said, kick back, grab your popcorn, grab a drink, and let's run the intro. So in the last episode, you would have seen us play at Middlesbrough at home and Crystal Palace away, in which we did beat Middlesbrough, but then got destroyed by Crystal Palace. If you haven't seen that episode, do go and check it out. Playlist link in the description. Since then, we have played 21 games. Yes, 21 games to finish the season, because it's just been a write-off, I think, towards the end of the second half of the season. First half of the season, I'd say we were pretty good, actually. We were sitting mid-table, doing well, picking up results against good teams. And the second half of the season, we've just crumbled. I think injuries, suspensions, and just a pure lack of quality have really let us down. So since the Crystal Palace game, we've picked up 16 points out of 21 games, which is not,
That was awful.
Not great at all. But luckily, the first half of the season gave us that little extra benefit to sort of get these results. The next season is going to have to be a massive, massive rebuild. We did beat Newcastle 1-0 and drew to Wolves. We lost only 1-0 to Liverpool, 3-1 to Leicester. We then drew with Middlesbrough after not long ago beating them 4-0. Bournemouth came to town and we beat them 1-0. We then lost back-to-back to West Ham 1-3-1, 1-2-1. The fans were absolutely raging at me. They hated us.
Might not be your fault, lads, eh? I'll just have to make sure it don't fucking happen again.
Losing to our rivals like that. We then got beat by City 3-1, Brentford 3-2, had a 2-2 draw with Norwich, who have actually been relegated, confirmed. February saw us go away to Wolves and at home to Palace and Arsenal. We did lose 4-0 to Wolves, and then all of a sudden, a bounce back 5-2 against Crystal Palace. And I was thinking, where's this team been all season?
Hello there.
I mean, you had the likes of Gilkes and Vogelshammer both getting a double. Where have they been all season? I do not know. We then had the home game against Arsenal, which we lost 2-0. It was to be expected. They were the better team. We just didn't create anything. Tottenham then came to town. They beat us 3-0. Away fixture against Aston Villa. We did actually go 1-0 up early doors. Bajrami grabbing a goal in the 10th minute. But of course, they come back and beat us 3-1. Manchester United away, 5-0. They were top of the league, running away with it. We just, too powerful for us, too powerful. Chelsea at home, lost 2-0. We then bounced back with a 2-1 win against Everton. Vogelshammer gathering 2 late goals in 15 minutes to get us 3 points. And to finish the season, we have had Liverpool away, in which we lost 4-1. And also an away defeat to Southampton 1-0, who, again, I think have been confirmed relegation. So that leads us into the final game of the Premier League season. Leeds United. Will we win? Will we lose? If you're looking at the form, it's probably going to be a loss. But the boys are going to go out fighting. And hopefully we will see where we finish up in the table and also see our budgets for next season. So I'll run into the match day and I'll catch you there. Sorry guys, editing Brackle here. I've realised I've just had a stinker at the time of recording this. I've recorded the game with my microphone muted. Normally when I do these episodes, I sort of put it all into Premiere Pro at the time of doing it because I cut it up into little bits. And I've realised the mic was muted. So what I'm going to do is you're going to see the game and I'm just going to live com over the game. So it's not actually a live recording of the game, but you'll still hear me talking nonsense in the background. So I'm going to roll that now. Back to the video. I do apologise. Right then, boys and girls, after realising of my mistake of not having my mic turned on, I can confirm it is now turned on and we are commentating over the game. So at this point, I'm just running through the lineups. So for Millwall, it was Danny Martin, Bola, Esteve, Cooper, Gutierrez, Lavia, Bajrami, Kieran Dow, Zian Fleming, Alberto Malero, Victor Gilkes. And for Leeds, it was Livakovic, Aurier, Adarabi Oyo, Strojic Dallas, Guevara, Chowdhury, Harrison, Aronson, Sinistera, and also Patrick Bamford up top. So obviously we wanted to go out with a bang in the final league game of our debut Premier League season. 3 points was what we was after. The fans turn up week in, week out. We've not been good enough in the second half of the season. We wanted to send them home on the final day of the season into the sunshine summer with the 3 points. So the game kicked off. Wasn't really much happening to start with. We was dominating possession and the shots, as you can see on the screen. 2 shots, 1 on target, and also 50% possession. Well, 60 at this point. To their Leeds is 40. And then first highlight does come at around the 30th minute. So you'll see here, I believe that's Bajrami missing the header there. Jack Harrison drives into the midfield, manages to get past the halfway line into Sinistera, plays a lovely through ball into Brendan Harrison, who does put one past Danny Martin into the top right-hand corner. He was knocked at the time, so he's done well to finish that. And you can't argue, that is a very good finish. And at this point, it's deja vu. We're probably going to lose. My head's in my hands. The mood's glum around the stadium. It's been like it all second half of the season. We just needed the boys to step it up a little bit. Again, that was only their first shot on goal, and it was their goal at this point. So half-time was coming up. Harrison had a free kick here, played it to Patrick Bamford. First time shot, couldn't keep it down, does scrape the roof of the net. Millwall tried to build an attack from the goal kick, a little bit of head tennis. Doesn't quite find a Millwall man. Bit scrappy on the halfway line, does find Harrison, plays a through ball over the top to Harrison. Manages to find Serge Aurier, surging up from right back. See what I did there? And he does put his shot wide. So we go into the half 1-0 down after, I'd say, being the better team, but just lacking the creative highlight, shall we say. So we do kick off the second half. You can see me there. I'm just waffling about how poor we've been, most likely. And we do need to pick this result up big time. We get to the hour mark. Still nothing really happening in the second half. We're yet to actually have an attacking highlight in the game. Zian Fleming picks up a yellow card there. We have a Leeds free kick, swung in, cleared. Lavia heads it back to Danny Martin. Lovely composed play from him. And at this point, this is where I'm talking about the better players of this season. So Lavia definitely been one of the signings of the season. There's a lot of stuff you don't see in the games where he's just constantly breaking up play, making tackles, winning headers. Again, he's going to be a massive player for this club. Still only 19. Lots of potential to grow. And again, talking about Esteve there as well. Our rock at the back. And at this point, Zian Fleming was played through. Chested it past the centre-half, manages to get it over Livakovic, who came rushing out at him, tried to put him off. You don't put Zian Fleming off there. It was Boller with the through ball, splitting, chest pass, little burst of pace, and Zian Fleming finishes it. And this is what we were saying. He's done it in the Championship. He's done it in the Prem. He just can't be stopped. Kieran Dowd does pick up a knock here, so we do change for Vogelshammer. And I'm just explaining the change of tactical role here. A wide target forward, never used it in FM, but it does work very well for Vogelshammer. Because of his height, his strength, he's good in the air. It does seem to work, and he's a target to aim for in that box. So again, Cooper picks it up there, finds his left back, Gutierrez. Leeds just starting again. Big pump from Livakovic. Jake Cooper, composed as ever, brings it down. And at this point, there's a little bit of a Leeds press on, but we do well to break out of it. I thought that was a foul on Gyökeres there, and I thought that was going to come back. And there's Lavia, that's what we're talking about. Boller finds Fleming, driving into the box, and he scores, side net in, and that is what we're talking about. The Bermondsey Bergkamp does it again. It's what he does. You just don't doubt Zian Fleming in those positions. No one around him. He thinks, thank you, I'll drive there. Gosh, side netting. That is what Fleming does. And Millwall are on cloud 9. They've not seen a win in a long, long time. Are we going to get it on the last day? It's lovely football. Gyökeres slots it in. 18th goal of the season, by the way, for Victor Gyökeres. If you know about him, you know about Gyökeres. Very good player. Done well for us. I thought it was offside at first. But after a VAR check, the goal's given. The fans are in delight. I'm delighted. It looks like 3 points on the final day are coming home. Molero with the assist. Perfectly timed ball after the second look there. Leeds with a highlight straight from kickoff. Nothing really happened from this one. Millwall playing with confidence now. As you can see, Vogelshammer picking it up. Finds Fleming. Driving forward, taking it to the corner. Does find Vogelshammer. Cleared away. Esteve wins his header, as always. Cuts it back into Lavia, who goes for a shot himself. He deserves a goal. He deserves it for this game. But he does find the roof of the net in. And that is where the game is going to come to a close. We make some last-minute subs, literally last minute, just to get some players on the pitch who haven't really played this year and who are most likely going to be leaving the club this season. Simply not good enough, and they've run their time. So the clock ticks down, and that is all she wrote on the final day. 3-1 to Millwall. 2 goals from the Bermondsey Bergkamp and 1 for Victor Gyökeres, our stand-up striker for the season. 18 goals is good to finish on for him. So we're just skipping through here. Right, so here we are with the Premier League table after the final game of the season. As you can see, we have finished in 16th, only a point behind Bournemouth and 2 points behind Everton. So again, not bad season. We could have finished 14th with maybe an extra win or two, but we'll take 16th. It does mean we stay up, which is what the aim was. Man City winning the league, that is close. Drawing on points with United and goal difference. So it must have come down to a head-to-head. That is unbelievable. Liverpool finishing 3rd. Wolves 4th. What a season for them. Chelsea 5th and Tottenham in 6th, occupying the last European spot. Leeds did nick a European spot as well. So we've done well to beat them on the last day, a European team. Obviously, moving into next season, we do want to rebuild this squad from the ground up. So we do need to see what budgets we are going to get from the board. I haven't yet received the email, so we're going to play for a couple of days and I'll come back to you to let you know what the actual transfer budget is going to be for next season. Right, as you can see, we do have the email from Big John Berylson himself, the chairman of Millwall. Board set initial budgets. I've seen what they are. I think we can do a lot of stuff for this. So in 3, 2, and 1. They have given us 43.76 million to spend in our second season in the Premier League and a wage budget of 675k. Thank you, John. That's all I can say. Right then, boys and girls, that does draw us to the end of season 1 in the Premier League with Millwall. We've stayed up. We've done what we've asked. We've got a big rebuild on our hands. We go again next season. I do just want to say, if you did enjoy the episode and you're enjoying the series, please do consider dropping the video a like and a comment. It does help me massively. Also, please subscribe to the channel. We're currently 12 subs away from 50. I would love to hit that before the start of the next season if we can. If you do have any transfer suggestions for our second season in the Premier League, do consider dropping them in the comments below. I will take a look and I will read every comment. But until then, take care and stay safe. I'll see you in the next one.